Hi, I'm Dan O'Day. Recently, Burger King launched a new television advertising campaign in Saudi Arabia. Young Saudis already are familiar with the Burger King brand, and many of them like American consumer goods and pop culture. On the other hand, any Saudi will tell you that Americans in general don't really know much about the Saudi culture. Burger King's TV campaign makes fun of that common image of the geographically challenged American while still promoting a very American brand.
So you're from the Middle East? Isn't that the capital of Arabia or somewhere? I mean, do you guys live in the desert or something?
Yeah, we live in the desert in this double story tent, you know?
I can't believe it. Oh my gosh, wow. I have a neighbor and he has a sand pit, but I know it's not really the same thing, but
A few notes about that commercial. Notice how none of the characters talks about how good that Whopper tastes. Why not? Well, that's not what people think about. And there's no moment when all four characters are holding Whoppers. But at the beginning, the two people whom the audience is meant to identify with, the two guys, are in the midst of eating Whoppers. And in the fantasy sequence, the father wants to be sure they're consuming the product that's being advertised, a Burger King Whopper, which is treated casually as part of their everyday lives. Oh, by the way, the two guys, they're affecting an exaggerated accent that is funny to Saudis, but unrecognizable to us Americans. Here's one more commercial in the series.
Wow, the Middle East. That is so cool. Do you guys drive camels to work in the morning? Aren't camels the ones with the humps?
Well, if you can afford them, then yeah. The richer you are, the more humps they get.
Wow. Oh my God. There were camels and this carpet and this genie. Do you have genie?
Once again, the fantasy sequence focuses on someone consuming a Whopper without anyone saying anything about how great tasting a Whopper is. I have one criticism of that second commercial. There isn't a single American who would say, "Aren't camels the ones with the humps?" We do know which animal is the one with the humps. Yes, it set up the joke, and perhaps in Saudi Arabia, where after all the spots air, no one would realize that the stereotype has crossed the line to become totally unrealistic. So I guess I'm not quarreling with it from an advertising standpoint, but simply from an artistic one. But some people will ask, how does that sell Burger King? As I said at the beginning, the target audience already does know what Burger King is and what they sell, and that target audience likes what they sell. This is a brilliant way for a very American brand to say to the targeted consumer, we do know who you are and the image you probably have of us Americans, and you don't have to love everything about America to enjoy Burger King. If only more American advertising were this smart. I'm Dan O'Day. That's my opinion, and I'm sticking to it.
DanO'Day.com
Digital
alignment parts.
synchronize.